What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Coach Black, your internet relationship and breakup coach. Today's topic: breaking up is hard, getting back together is even harder. Now, I'm not saying that to scare you or to make you more anxious, but in reality, it's just the truth. If you think about yourself and your relationship with your ex, for a lot of people, in most cases, the breakup absolutely happened for a reason. It needed to happen. The version of you and your ex that were together in the previous relationship have to change. There's some work or some growth that either you have to do or your ex has to do, and in most cases that you both have to do to get from the place you are today to somewhere in the distant future where you're back together in a whole, happy, and healthy relationship. However it is that you're feeling today, whether you're extremely anxious, you're upset, you're angry, you're hurt, you're broken, there is a whole journey that both you and your ex have to go through to come from here to get to here. And the reason I'm stressing this is that a lot of people forget that the path back to a relationship with your ex is littered with a lot of different interactions. And what does that mean? Before you and your ex ever get back together, there's going to be multiple conversations in between. There's going to be phone calls. There's going to be text messages. There's going to be dates. There has to be. Because like I always say, relationships are built in person, and so just talking to your ex or texting your ex a lot of times is not enough. They have to be around you. They have to experience you to truly feel like you've changed and that you are someone that they would be happy to get back into a relationship with. This is why I say time and time again, no contact is not a game. And if you're using it as some kind of game and strategy and you never change, you never work on yourself, somewhere along the path to getting back together, in one of these interactions with your ex, whether that's a phone call, whether that's a text message, or maybe it's in a face-to-face date, somewhere along that path, your ex is going to figure out that you're still the same person. So if you think that you can go through a breakup and never improve yourself, if you think that you cannot deal with some of your insecurities and past traumas and actually work to heal those wounds, then you're wasting your time. And you can do no contact all you want for as long as you want. And even when your ex comes back, you will push them away. If you're liking this video so far, I'd like to ask that you go ahead and hit the like button. It truly does mean a lot and it helps the channel out. Plus, it gets this content out to other people who need it. It costs you nothing, but it really does help the channel, so I appreciate it. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the future videos that I put out on this YouTube channel about relationships and breakups. Now let's get back to it. So I always use this example and I want you to understand and think about it, okay? If you take an orange and you squeeze it, you apply pressure to the orange, what's gonna come out of the orange will always be orange juice, no matter what. It's not gonna be apple juice, it's not gonna be grape juice, it's not gonna be anything else but orange juice. And the reason I say that is because as within, so without. Whatever is inside of you, whatever you truly believe about yourself, will eventually come out of your mouth and in your behavior. So all of those insecurities of you not thinking that you're good enough for your ex, all of those doubts and fears that you have about the future, will they come back? Will they accept you back? And thinking that you're not good enough and you don't deserve them and you're doing everything in your power to win them over. All of that is eventually going to come out of you in these interactions and it will turn your ex off. You have to believe that you deserve the best. That is what this comes down to. And I tell people time and time again, if you truly do the work, you work on yourself, you go to the gym, you're looking your best, you're feeling your best, you've gone to therapy, you've read a lot of personal development books, you've improved your life. There's sometimes that your ex will come back and you're like, you're not even good enough for me. And that's where I want you to get to. Now, obviously, if your ex does the work and they're also a better version of yourself, now you are equally matched and you can build something more substantial in the future. I need you to be working on improving your life. Why? Because that makes you more attractive. Remember, people are interested in themselves more than they're interested in you. So the only reason your ex will come back and stay is if they believe that you are the best option that they can get. If they don't believe that, they'll never be truly secure and happy to want to be with you, because they'll always be thinking maybe the grass is greener. So you have to work on yourself. You have to improve your life. You have to do these things because it's going to make you more attractive. When you're more attractive, now you have a lot of options. You're always coming from a place of abundance. And when you're abundant, you're never desperate. If your ex is mistreating you or they're doing things that you do not like, you can set and enforce healthy boundaries. You're always willing to walk away. That's the ultimate trump card. It's not a game. If someone's not treating you well, why would you want to keep them in your life? If someone's always making you feel lesser than, you have to call them 10 times before they answer you once, you text them a bunch of times, they never get back to you, ask yourself, what inside of you makes you feel like you should continue to put up with that? Until you resolve those insecurities, you take your ex off of the pedestal and you realize they are no better than you, they're not more attractive than you. When you're able to do those things, now they will be a lot more interested in fixing things because you have standards. All right, so I need you to be less invested in your ex, less invested in their opinions, less invested in getting them back, and be more invested in your life, because that's ultimately what's going to draw them back to you. It's not a game, and I'm telling you, it works very well. And now all of a sudden, when you start to interact with them, when you're having conversations with them, it's a lot more easy, it's a lot more natural, and they are so attracted to you that they want to fix things with you. So anyway, I hope this video was helpful for you. I hope it gave you new perspective that maybe you have not thought about, because getting back together is difficult, but you can absolutely do it if you evolve and if you become the best version of yourself. If your ex truly feels that you're the best that they can do, guess what? They'll be begging you to get into a relationship with them. But anyway, if you want to talk about your situation, you have questions about your ex, go ahead and click the first link in the description. You can book a one-on-one coaching call, and we can talk about your ex and what you're going through, and I can give you some tips and pointers. If you have any thoughts, comments, leave them down in the comment section below. And if you haven't already, make sure you like this video. It really does help the channel out. And share it with someone else that you think needs the help and could be benefited by watching this video. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace.